See, Trump and the tech companies line up behind Trump because Trump plans to launder all their stock shares through his crypto companies. In order to use these stock companies, these tech companies like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, they're going to try to use Trump's proximity to enrich themselves and rob every other country's technologies. By using spy technologies, they want to rob Europe's technologies through computer spywares, through computer bots, supercomputers, quantum computers. They want to leech off the world technological wise by espionaging Europe's technologies, Asia technologies, Africa technologies. And that's how Trump plans to be a robber baron, by using his crypto company for they can use shadow bankings and deep webs to make Trump a robber baron. These American tech companies. And Trump wants to extort Europe and undermine Europe. Germany is already crumbling economically. Trump caused Brexit to break apart from the Eurozone. Trump is going to pick a tariff war with Macron for the love of gasoline. Trump is going to try to extort South Korea's auto industry, Japan auto industry, China's auto industries with tariffs. So you know what I'll say to bankrupt Trump? You know what's the best way to bankrupt Trump and stop them all in their tracks? Is to dry up the stock exchange. Instantaneously, their stocks will disappear into thin air. They won't have a penny to afford to pay for the electric bills of their supercomputers. The electric companies will shut off the electric to their computers. Their employees instantaneously will pick up their belongings and leave their jobs. And those buildings will become shattered and closed and abandoned. That's how you stop Trump and the tyrants behind Trump. Because the tyrants behind Trump are the American tech companies. They're the ones that want to leech off the world. They're the ones that are trying to feast off of y'all. While they lined up behind an extortionist racketeer like Trump, that he plans to have his own crypto company in order for these most powerful tech companies in America to make his pockets fat by espionaging all of the technologies in the world for they can be robber barons. They think that they're going to be the first $1 trillion mans on earth. If they're lucky, by the time they die, they'll be $2 trillion men net worths, like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. And they all lined up behind Trump to spy on the rest of the world and leech off your technologies, espionage it. Just for they can become, in their stock shares, for they can become undisputable tech companies over the world with hegemonic power under a greed demagogue like Trump. So for that reason, bankrupt Trump and his movement. Pool your computer and pool all your stocks. And y'all will see that the stock exchange, all the net worth that they thought they have would disappear with a blink of a photon into dark space, dark matter. It evaporates. The wealth that they thought they had. And you know what happens? They won't even have a penny left in their stock exchange to pay for the electric bills of those supercomputers that they plan to use to espionage the rest of the world. While they get rich, the rest of the world is terraced by Trump. Europe is broken apart. And Trump keeps on holding the world captivated to America's greenback. So when there's robber barons like this, when all the American tech companies line up to support Trump in the second term, and Trump opens up his own crypto company in order for they can make him a robber baron on the world stage when it comes to the stock exchange, then bankrupt Trump. You know how they line up and say, Trump, 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 Trump? Well, I'll say to the world leaders in all the countries of the world, bankrupt Trump. Bankrupt Trump. Because when he stands there and he undermines the European Union, He caused Brexit to look the other way and get out of the Union. He's bankrupting and crumbling Germany's economy. He's going to tariff Macron because he believes in the Paris Accords. So he's going to bankrupt France. He's going to antagonize Japan auto industry, South Korea, Taiwan's industries, Canada for milk and logs. And it's like he wants to tariff the world. And then he wants to create his crypto company in order to launder all the extortions of his tariff wars. And then these American tech companies that want to line behind him just to prop up his crypto accounts within the stock exchange, for they can use his proximity of power to espionage all the nation's technologies, just for they can prop up their tech companies to be hegemonic over the world. So you know how fast Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Buffett, Bill Gates, you know how fast their net worth will disappear with a glitch of a photon? It will disappear into dark matter. When those stock shares disappear instantaneously. And you know what you have when you have big supercomputers and big quantum computers and big fancy buildings? When you don't have a penny to pay for the electric bills, your employees will gather their belongings by lunchtime and go home permanently. And the CEOs, since they don't have a penny in their pockets, those computers, the breakers will get pulled and they will go dark. And those buildings will get shuttered. And that's how you teach America and people like Trump, the gluttony of greed, a lesson. And until America gets rid of the Trump movement, the lights won't come back on when it comes to these tech companies.